Nothing feels better than a completely clean slate and fresh start. And that's exactly what this upcoming new moon in Libra is giving us. But what makes this even sweeter is the fact that the subject of this new moon is something that we're typically really concerned about, which is relationships. Now, the fresh start that the universe is giving us is all about reminding us about our power of creation. No matter what your relationship situation looks like, whether it's personal, business, friendship, or family, you indeed have the power to change it. And this new moon in Libra is going to remind you of that in the best way possible. So, if you want to know more about what this upcoming new moon in Libra has in store for you, stick around. You definitely don't want to miss this. Hello, my loves. As always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. If you're new around here, welcome. My name is Mel. I'm a professional astrologer and sound therapist, and I'm the founder of Divine Feminine Works, where I help people unlock their divinity and discover their magic. So if you're new, welcome. And as always, if you are returning, welcome back. So today's video is all about the upcoming new moon in Libra, which is happening on October 21st, 2025 at 8:24 a.m. Eastern Time. All right. So, I don't know about you, but I always love this time of year. Not just because of fall and the weather is changing, but it's when the universe sort of allows us to focus on one of our favorite topics, which is relationships. Now, Libra is the sign of relationships, if you didn't know that already. And apart from just being in a relationship or relating to other people, sort of the main concept that Libra wants us to focus on is balance. It's not just about having relationships for the sake of having them. It's about having balanced relationships and the beauty, the inherent beauty in balanced relationships. And so that's why I think this particular new moon is so special because it's giving us the opportunity to start on a new foot. Is that what I want to say? You want to basically refresh a relationship, especially if it's an existing one, or if you're trying to forge a new relationship. This new moon in Libra is great for that. Now, keep in mind, when I say relationships, typically what comes to mind is romantic relationships, right? Like being booed up. And while, of course, that is a type of relationship, depending on wherever Libra is in your natal chart, this could deal with friendships. It could deal with family dynamics. It could deal with business partnerships, networking, your relationship with your children. So take a look at your natal chart and see exactly where Libra is so you will know exactly which relationship is up for a refresh with this new moon. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. And of course, we begin with the basics. So let's begin at the beginning and talk about Libra energy and new moon energy. All right, so if you're unaware, especially if you've never watched any of my videos before, I'm almost famous for saying that new moons are about setting new intentions and planting new seeds. It's the time in the lunar cycle where we get a clean slate and a fresh start. It's a do-over, right? And because of the way that the lunar cycle is structured, we get a fresh start every single month, all right? And so, depending on where this new moon is happening, this is where we'll have our fresh start. And we sort of get 12 different areas and 12 different fresh starts every single year. And so within the month of October, we always have a fresh start when it comes to relationships because Libra is the sign of relationships. Now, again, to reiterate, it's not just about romantic relationships and it's not just about being in relationships for the sake of them. It is about balance and peace. I think that one of the characteristics of Libra that gets overlooked often is the fact that Libra is the sign of peace and harmony. Think of Libra as like a referee or a mediator. It's like Libra not only wants to strike balance, but it wants fairness for all parties involved. It wants everybody to get along. Libra is the peacekeeper. Libra is, again, the mediator. So, what I love about the energy of this particular new moon is that it is about sort of finding peace and harmony within relationships. So this bodes well for existing relationships. Even if your relationship is on good terms, this could just be a time when perhaps you're doing something new in this relationship, or where just the vibe is just a little more positive, a little more harmonious, which is never a bad thing. The other thing that I love about, this particular new moon is that if you're looking to get into a new relationship, if you're looking to, join a new friend group, if you are looking to forge a new business partnership or collaboration, starting it under the energy of this new moon, it's like it'll be like starting it on the right foot, right? It's like having a new relationship that's peaceful, that's harmonious, that's equitable. It's almost like all parties are sort of on the same page and they all have the same objective, and everyone's sort of amenable to achieving the same goal in the most peaceful way as possible. So, in any event, again, look to see where Libra is in your natal chart. And if you're looking to start anything new, relationship wise, I would do it under the energy of this new moon because it is absolutely perfect for that, right? Again, it's about equitable relationships, fairness, and even the beauty concerning relationships. And that's another topic that is associated with Libra, which is beauty, aesthetics, right? And so, apart from just relationships, wherever Libra is in your natal chart, this could also signify a time where you want to start something creative, particularly something having to do with fashion, with music, with art, right? If you're looking to start something new, a new creative endeavor, this new moon is going to be perfect for that. So, above all else, we're starting new relationships on the right foot. We're getting creative and perhaps starting something along those lines, and everybody wins. Everybody's happy. I don't know what could be better than that. All right, so now that we've covered the basics, let's get into the specifics, and let's start with the numerology associated with this new moon. All right. So if you know me, you know that I love to give information on the numerology because it gives us more information about whatever it is that we're examining. And so this new moon in Libra is happening at the 28th degree of Libra. And so that reduces to a number one. So apart from it being a new moon, which is all about starting new things, planting new seeds, and setting new intentions, this new moon is sponsored by the number one, which is sort of the exact same energy. It's the energy of initiation, it's the energy of starting, right? It When it comes to the energy signature of the number one, it's about motivation and momentum. It's about pioneering. It's feeling eager to break ground on new endeavors and pave the way for others to follow. So there's also this leadership quality inherent in the energy of the number one. But most importantly, it has this proactive force. So it's not even just about a time of, okay, thinking of, okay, I want to start this new thing. You actually have the drive and the energy to take action steps to make it happen. So that's really important. There's newness, there's movement. And it's like, I love to say that the number one is pregnant with possibility. It's like when you're starting on something new, it's like your eyes are wide open and you're thinking about all the ways that this thing could play out, all the things that you could have. So there's so much possibility and opportunity inherent in the energy signature of the number one, okay? It pushes us to look at our current circumstances and realize that we have the power to turn them into anything that we wish. And that really speaks to the number one being pregnant with possibility. But most importantly, when it comes to the energy of the number one, it's about confidence, power, and action. Inspired action, which I think is better than just reckless action, but action nonetheless. And it also kind of requires you to be a little fearless. When we are breaking ground, breaking new ground, initiating or pioneering something, you kind of have to push past the fear and do it anyway. And so, in terms of this new moon in Libra, it may require you to, I want to say, be a little vulnerable in terms of reaching out to people, Libra is the sign of communication because it's an air sign. And it being an air sign and concerned with communication and it being the relationship sign, this may require you to be courageous enough to forge a new relationship. Shoot your shot, if you will. So if you've had your eye on someone, you've had a crush or whatever, and you're like, oh man, like I'd really love to talk to them. This new moon in Libra is going to give you the push, the momentum, and even the confidence to make that happen. Same thing with business. If you're looking to forge a collaboration with somebody, get into a new business partnership or a new endeavor. Dare I say, because Libra is ruled by Venus and Venus has to do with money, great time to like ask for a loan, try to secure some funding. Of course, this depends on where Libra is in your natal chart and basically what you've got going on right now. But could be a good time for money too, in terms of settling things, starting anew in terms of a money situation or financial situation. So definitely keep that in mind. But regardless, shoot your shot, be fearless, be confident, and take action. Now, the other thing that I want to mention in terms of the numerology is the fact that the number one is also about independence. And that can seem kind of counterintuitive when we're talking about a relationship sign like Libra. Clearly, relationships are you and somebody else, or you and a group of people. But the fact that this new moon in Libra is happening at the 28th degree and that it's associated with the number one means that it's like the universe is giving you a subtle reminder that whatever new relationships you are beginning at this time, don't lose yourself in them. Maintain a certain level of independence and autonomy. And so that may mean, especially like in the sense of business, right? If you're negotiating a new contract or something like that, stand up for yourself, advocate for yourself, make sure that whatever you're getting into, of course, is fair and equitable, especially when we're talking about money. So stand up for yourself and maintain independence, even within the realm of these relationships. Okay. So, in terms of the astrology concerning the number one, it's associated with Aries. It's also associated with Leo. And these are two fire signs. So this is where the fearlessness and the bold, dynamic, pioneering energy come in. Okay. And Aries is also the first sign. It's also the initiator, but Aries is also fiercely independent. So again, maintain your level of independence even within the realm of these relationships. The tarot card associated with the number one in the major arcana is the Magician. And the Magician symbolizes being able to manifest anything that you want because you have all the tools at your disposal. This is a great reminder, especially if you are shooting your shot, right? It's like oftentimes we have imposter syndrome. We don't think we're good enough or we don't think we know enough. The number one is like, listen, you're ready, you know enough, you have enough. So go out there and get it. Shoot your shot. Like if there's anything I want you to remember from this video, it's that shoot your shot. Okay. And so that's essentially the numerology associated with this new moon. All right, so now let's get into the astrology and see what's going on in the sky at the time of this new moon in Libra. All right, so let's talk astrology. So there's two things that I really want to focus on in terms of the astrology surrounding this new moon. Number one, the fact that it is a new moon. So both the sun and the moon are in Libra. Now, when the sun and the moon are conjunct during the new moon phase, it's like this wholeness, right? Because the sun represents your outward expression, your personality, your ego, your outer world essentially, and the moon represents your inner world, your emotions, and your spirituality. So it's like, think of the sun as like your public life and the moon as like your private life. And with them together, it's like you have consciousness surrounding both of those things. So it's from that place that you're manifesting. And with Libra, it's like a balance. Think of it as a balance between masculine and feminine energy. The sun is masculine, the moon is feminine. And so this new moon is about striking balance between the two. And so what that means, practically speaking, is if you are starting a new relationship or even if you're refreshing an existing one, it's about taking the action steps, right? And I talked ad nauseum about that, shooting your shot. But don't forget to embody what it is that you are trying to begin. Meaning, act as if that relationship is already established and harmonious. You have to embody it first before shooting your shot, essentially. So it's not just about shooting your shot and hoping that it works. Meanwhile, you don't believe it on the inside. By virtue of the fact that the sun and the moon are conjunct, it's like, listen, get your emotional life in order with respect to whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, embody it, and then take action after you've embodied it, right? That inspired action. So, this may mean is perhaps you need to do some meditation before you send that email. You need to regulate your nervous system before you send that text message. All right. Balance between that masculine and feminine energy is definitely the first step when it comes to starting a new relationship or revamping an existing one. And then the other astrological aspect that is, or transit, I should say, that's really important during this new moon is the fact that the moon is going to be square to Pluto. Now, Pluto is the planet of transformation. And Pluto, as it's making its way through Aquarius currently, it's trying to get us to change perhaps our current circumstances so that we can have a better future. Pluto in Aquarius is the agent of change and the agent of innovation. And so we are changing things in order to have a better future, a different future. And perhaps the way that this particular Pluto square could play out with this new moon, there are going to be opportunities for change, okay? But this may feel a little uncomfortable. This may be a situation where maybe you shoot your shot and it's not, I wouldn't say it would be rejected, but maybe there are details to iron out. It may not be the case where you send that email and then immediately they say, yes, I'm on board. Or you send that text and they're like, yes, let's go out, let's go on a date. Maybe there are some details to iron out. Maybe there are some obligations to get clear on, right? Of course, with an eye toward the future. Maybe whatever new relationships you're trying to start are going to first require you to end some other relationships or end certain aspects before you start something new. So there is going to be a little tension, a little uncomfortability with this new moon, but push past that because remember what I said, especially as it pertains to the numerology of this new moon. And with it being a number one, is about fearlessness. So even if you encounter a little bit of resistance, even if things seem to not be going as smoothly as you would like at the outset, keep going, keep pushing. Now, don't be arrogant, don't be an asshole about it, but don't take no for an answer. It could be a situation where there's negotiation. By virtue of the energy of this new moon, it's sort of, I'm not going to say guarantees, but it can definitely lead to a harmonious new relationship. It may just be a little tricky getting there. So don't give up, be fearless, and be willing to change. Be willing to end something perhaps in order to start something new. All right? So now that we've gotten the specifics out of the way, let's talk about how to work with this energy to our advantage. So, of course, this is a new moon, and like I said, it's a time where we set new intentions and plant new seeds. Now, it's also important to know that the day of the new moon is not the day that you take action. It's sort of the day that you prepare. So remember, I just said before that the new moon is when the sun and the moon are conjunct, they're together. And especially in a sign like Libra, it's a balance between masculine and feminine energy. So before you take external action, you're going to have to get right within. So use the day of the new moon, which is October 21st, to get your mind right, to get your embodiment up to par, to order your inner world, to meditate, pray, heal, do whatever you need to do so that spiritually and energetically you are vibing at the frequency that can sustain this new relationship. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you've got an existing relationship and it's not the best. Maybe it's a friendship where there could have been a falling out or a misunderstanding, and now you guys aren't on the same page. If you're trying to mend this relationship at this new moon, yet on the inside, you're like, oh, I don't trust this person, or maybe they're going to stab me in the back later, that's not going to be conducive to having the type of relationship that you want. a relationship that's full of trust, loyalty, and most importantly, fairness between you two, right? So perhaps before you reach out and send that text message or make that phone call, you figure out, okay, what was the misunderstanding? Why do I feel this way? What sort of energy is there between us? Do I have issues when it comes to loyalty and trust? Getting yourself right before you try to reach out to someone else and mend a bridge or forge a new relationship is definitely going to be where it's at. So that's something that you could do like on the day of the new moon. Now, when it comes to the days following the new moon, that's when you take action. That's when you'll want to physically reach out to someone, right? Make that phone call, send that text, all of that good stuff. Now, in terms of getting on the frequency of relationships, especially with Libra being in the sign, not being in the sign, Libra being an air sign, and communication is a big part of the energy of this new moon. If you're a crystal person, working with lapis lazuli would be a really good sort of crystal to sort of go along with that inner work that you're doing. You may also want to light a blue candle. Blue is the color of communication. You may also want to work with a pink candle. Pink candles symbolize harmony. It's also associated with Libra. So if you are into candle magic, blue or pink would be great at this time. And again, lapis lazuli would be a great crystal to work with. But either way, if there's anything that you get from at least this segment of the video is get right within before you take that fearless action. And that will ensure that you are vibing on the right frequency to have fair, equitable, and beautiful relationships. All right, my love. So that's pretty much all I've got for you for this upcoming new moon in the sign of Libra. I sincerely hope that you were able to get at least one important piece of information that you can use going into this new moon and beyond. So we're still in Libra season. So if you haven't checked out the Libra key, definitely do so. It's my Libra season digital ritual kit. So you can attune to the frequency of beauty, balance, and relationships. All right. It's a PDF guide as well as an audio file with a guided meditation. So the link will be in the description box below, as well as tagged to this video. And don't forget, I am still very much in the midst of my 31-day money and astrology series here on YouTube. So if you want to learn how to change your financial story, especially using astrology, then tap into that. I'll leave the link to that playlist in the description box as well. All right, my loves, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.